The outcome of this election is not what we wanted, not what we fought for, not what we voted for, but hear me when I say, the light of America's promise will always burn bright.
Just 1 hour ago, Vice President Kamala Harris officially conceded the race, but said she will keep fighting for the issues that fueled her campaign. Harris told supporters today they must accept the outcome of the election, and she will help President-elect Donald Trump with his transition to the White House.
Our Caroline Cummings joins us now. She actually just got back to Minnesota after covering the Walz-Harris election night event at Howard University in D.C. last night. And you did have a long night, Caroline.
Yes.
We appreciate you dropping by. Talk about what you took from the vice president's message to her supporters today.
Right. Well, you heard her just there saying, she still believes in the promise of America. She said that her heart was full of gratitude for the trust that the American people placed in her. So she was really trying to, obviously she's got a lot of supporters who are very sad today. And so she's trying to comfort them, but also say, abide by the results. This is a democracy, and that, your fight was worth fighting. I think a quote that stuck out was, sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. So she's conceding, but saying, hey, supporters, I know you're upset about this, but keep fighting the good fight. What you were fighting for was worth it. And so she's trying to have that balancing act of, appealing to the broader nation, but comforting the supporters in a time. And that's, of course, also hard personally for her as well.
You got to see that progression of sadness for her supporters last night. Started with excitement, and then people starting to leave as the night got late. What were people saying as those results were coming in and it wasn't really going their way? What did you notice? Right.
Well, there was, I would say, a marked shift in the tone as the night progressed. So it's in the kind of central courtyard of Howard University. They've got, a stage set and like big screens. You can see that there's a DJ area being set up. And so once people started coming in, I guess it was around 8 p.m. Eastern time, they were like playing music and dancing and speakers were coming up. And then, it didn't seem like it was a light switch, but it was kind of a slow shift towards the big screen where the results were coming in, and people were really intently watching them come in. And that's kind of when it felt like it shifted. Then there was kind of all right, we're going to put a pause on that, and we're going to play some more music and try to get the energy up. But there was definitely that shift. But even those supporters that I talked to, when they were starting to see it might not be going their way, that they, were still cautiously optimistic. But of course, it ended up not being in their favor.
And so now our governor comes back to Minnesota. What is next for Tim Walz?
Well, there was just a pool report with the governor, and he had said that somebody said, so what's next? And he said, Minnesota. And that is exactly right. He's going to be coming back here. He is still governor. After all, he did not have to step down as governor to be the vice presidential nominee. So he's going to come back now with a different political makeup in St. Paul. It's looking like a equally divided Minnesota House. The state Senate is still in Democrat control, but that's going to be different. I mean, the trifecta, even with a 67-67 split, which it's looking to be, I think, in the Minnesota House right now, that is still the end of the trifecta. So this is going to be kind of going back to what he had been used to earlier in his first term of working with Republicans and Democrats to pass the state budget. That will be the big item that they have to do come January 2025. So he's just going to be coming back business as usual. And I'm told that he's trying to get here tonight. So he's going to just be going back to what his life was before, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. Can I do math? I don't know. I feel like I've lived 45 lifetimes this cycle, but he's going to be coming back to St. Paul and his residence and working with Republicans and Democrats in the state legislature now. So
got it. Well, thank you again, Caroline, for dropping in after a big night last night. We appreciate it.